Hi, welcome to She Spice. Kenu Reeves, a name inseparable from modesty and strength, has confronted incalculable fights in the obscurity beneath Hollywood, from individual misfortunes to proficient hindrances. Kenu's process hasn't been a simple one. It's such a fetishistic occasion. Come on, you can't sign. Come on, can you just two? I mean, overall, you need to you need to carry on with a confidential existence. You need to mingle. Mr. Reed, and presently it appears Jim Carrey may be strolling in a comparative way, known for his comedic virtuoso and awesome characters. Carrey has wound up in conflict with Hollywood's world class throughout recent years. Talk shows have individuals on TV, individuals in sitcoms have been employed by the government to divert you to make you chuckle, make you cheerful, and docile so you don't have the foggiest idea what's truly happening. So what did Jim Carrey uncover that put him in the line of sight of Hollywood's most strong? Well, I'm resigning. Yet, no doubt, presumably. Are you being serious? Are you looking with me? I'm decently serious. Definitely. How is Ken Reeves' own story a distinct admonition of the destiny that may anticipate Carrey? We should make a plunge. Jim Carrey has never been one to avoid expressing his genuine thoughts. His excursion from parody legend to a voice against Hollywood's more obscure side isn't anything short of amazing, as indicated by Carrey. Hollywood rebuffs the individuals who don't play by their principles. He has delivered new proof against Will Smith, blaming him of mishandling youthful entertainers. Carrey has indicated a bigger organization of misuse and control inside Hollywood, proposing that a large number of the business's greatest names are complicit. Hollywood is only gutless en masse, and it just truly felt like gracious. This is a truly obvious sign that we're not the cool club any longer. These charges have not just put Carrey at the center of attention, but have also made him an objective. This has yet to be addressed. For what reason is he being focused on so forcefully? Throughout recent years, moderators, individuals on TV, and individuals in sitcoms have been employed by the public authority to lose you the track, to divert you, to make you giggle, and stuff like that, fulfill you. Furthermore, do so you don't have the foggiest idea what's truly going on. Jim's blunt nature and refusal to adjust have made him a danger to the Hollywood Foundation. However, he's in good company in confronting these difficulties. Kenu Reeves, known for his modesty and benevolence, has additionally confronted his portion of difficulties in the industry. Reeves has been open about the hardships he's experienced, from individual misfortunes to proficient mishaps. In a 2019 talk with GQ, Reeves let the cat out of the bag about his spell in film prison. He said Fox Studios put him on their boycott after he turned down the continuation, and that boycott endured an incredible 14 years and two. That was odd. We should rewind to 1994, a brilliant year for films. Think MASH fiction. The Shaw Knife Recovery, The Lion Lord, and Timberland Gump, in addition to Activity Addicts, had a ton of fun with flicks like The Crow. Genuine Untruths, Leon the Expert, and obviously the one that put Kenu reflects on the guide speed. This flick not only wowed pundits yet additionally turned Reeves and Sandra Bullock into superstars short term. It rounded up an incredible $350 million against a $38 million spending plan, yet every example of overcoming adversity has its clouded side. And for Kenu, Speed's victory was a twofold-edged blade. After the sales registers rang clearly, the studio normally needed ASE. What's more, on the off chance that you're doing a Speed spin-off, you got to bring back the first stars, right? Sandra Bullock was ready, however, at the point when it came to Kenu. Things hit a speed knock. Turns out Reeves wasn't excessively enthused about the thought, so when Speed 2 Voyage Control hit theaters, you were unable to find Keanu Reeves in the driver's seat. No, they brought in Jason Patric to play some cop named Alex Shaw. Alex, gracious God T, anything be that as it may, how about we be genuine? He simply didn't have that Ken. Reeves vibed that unique something that made the main Speed stir things up around town, and his co-star Sandra Bullock entreated Reeves to return for the spin-off. I said I read the content and I can't. It's called Speed, and it's on a journey transport. Reeves reviewed to Esquire. He turned down the revealed $5. $5 million compensation for the film, and, on second thought, went back to the theater in Canada to play Hamlet for under $2,000 for 7 days. Clearly, Fox wasn't precisely excited by Reeves. The studio began spreading bits of gossip, saying he dumped the spin-off a visit with his band K9 star. Yet that is a long way from reality, he demanded. So what held him back from acting quickly close by Willem's buggy? Well, for starters, he was totally actioned out. Reeves had quite recently wrapped up Chain Response, and he portrayed the experience as subpar loads of running bunches of activity and not much satisfaction. This was way before Reeves transformed into the John Wick we know today, in any case, the entirety. Chain Response left him feeling depleted. He wasn't prepared to jump into another activity flick so soon, particularly later, barely getting away from a hydrogen blast in the principal Speed. His chief spilled the beans to amusement, week by week, saying he would have rather not done 2 activity films, one after the other, and on top of that, Reeves had broken his lower leg in a bike mishap. So plunging into all those amphibian tricks for journey control most likely didn't sound excessively engaging, yet Hollywood didn't appear to think often about Reeves or his well-being. Rather, they chose to treat him with chilling disdain. Speed 2, which hit theaters in 1997, was a Titanic lemon. It just rounded up $64.5 million against a strong spending plan of $110 to $160 million or more. It's generally viewed as quite possibly the most obviously terrible spin-off ever, with a forsaken spoiled tomato score of simply 4%. So, in the end, it was Hollywood's misfortune, not Ken's, beside being torpedoed by Keanu. Reeves has confronted a few serious individual difficulties while building his amazing profession and heavenly standing all through his venture. He's needed to manage some appalling misfortunes affecting individuals near him back in the last part of the 90s, just prior to the turn of the 1,000 years. Reeves' sister Kim was doing combating leukemia. Simultaneously, he was in a relationship with entertainer Jennifer Sim. They met in '98 and were expecting their first child together, yet sadly, their little girl Ava was as yet brought into the world in '99. This overwhelming misfortune negatively affected their relationship, and they split not long after. They might have attempted to fix things up later on, but it never very worked out. Then, in 2001, Sim was engaged in a deadly auto crash, later leaving a party at Marilyn Manson's house, in spite of not being together at the time her demise hit Reeves hard. On top of that, Reeves was likewise a dear companion with one more rising star in Hollywood waterway. Phoenix, you could recollect him from his breakout job in Backup, Me Close by Corey Feldman. Unfortunately, in 1993, at just 23 years of age, Phoenix kicked the bucket from a doctor. Go too far at the snake room in Hollywood with his sibling Hayan close by. Reeves had co-featured with Waterway in the 1991 Gus Van film, My Own Confidential Idaho. As indicated by Reeves, he and Waterway were uncertain about the content at first, so the two made to some degree a plan to be in the film together. I recall there was a sort of discussion on sickle levels south of dusk. Reeves told Esquire, "Gracious, I reviewed such a large amount those days with Stream." Reeves expressed so later Stream's passing that the entertainer was justifiably distressed. "I miss him beyond all doubt." Reeves uncovered it's something he contemplates constantly, something he never truly discusses. Companions know not to go there with him. One of Reeves' companions filled individuals in about the misfortune. Reeves' encounters feature an example of abuse inside Hollywood, like what Jim Carroll has uncovered. You see, Jim Carrey's excursion from bringing chuckling to the world to being marked unusual by the media has been unbelievably interesting anyway. Ongoing Insider claims recommend that there may be more to this story than meets the eye. The star of Moronic and Stupider, famous for his dynamic energy and comedic ability, is announced, causing worry among his nearby companions because of his undeniably antisocial way of life, prompting stresses about his prosperity. In all actuality, I do have faith in the indication force of that sort of stuff. However, I don't trust that any of it matters. You know, this is making a difference. To me, on his 62nd birthday, I noticed on January 5 that Jim Carrey made an interesting public appearance, looking tousled and scarcely unmistakable, provoking his companions to assemble around him to offer support as indicated by a source referred to by the Public Inquirer. The jokester has been investing energy in Hawaii and is stowing away appearance, showing very little interest in anything Hollywood has to offer. The insider communicated concern, expressing it's a huge concern for the numerous people who care about Jim, who's had some truly unpleasant minutes these past couple of years. The source added that Carrey watches out for hole-ups and also pulls out, noticing the vehicle's appearance. The insider commented that the previous entertainer appears to have gotten hammered both genuinely and intellectually. The worries about Jim's prosperity come from his choice to pull back from his Hollywood vocation as an entertainer, joke artist, and spotlight on chasing after craftsmanship in Walk 2022. The pro-Ventura star revealed to Access Hollywood that he was presumably resigning from acting. Carrey made sense of, "Well, I'm resigning, no doubt. Most likely I'm by and large decently serious. It depends on the off chance that the heavenly messengers bring some kind of content that is written in gold ink that shares with me that it's going to be truly significant so that individuals might be able to see I could go on in the distance. However, I'm enjoying some time off." He further communicated, "I feel like, and this is something you may very well never hear another superstar say, however long time exists. I've done what's needed. I am sufficient. This shift in concentration towards individual satisfaction through imaginative undertakings appears to have incited concern." Subscribe She Spice for more videos.